May 19 to May 21, 2015 witnessed one of the single greatest events in the history of journalism in Nigeria, as over 40 journalists from different newsrooms across the country under the same roof with some of the world's best seasoned trainers, the likes of Dayo Aiyetan, Executive Director, International Center for Investigative Reporting, Abuja, Nixon, an experienced media trainer with the Investigative Reporters and Editors, IRE, who's also the Washington correspondent of the New York Times, and Aremeyaro, a seasoned undercover journalist from Ghana. We're all there to give practical, hands-on experience in real-world situations to participants and equip them with necessary skills that will enable them to undertake investigative projects immediately when they return to their job. The training program is part of the Nigerian Investigative Reporting Project Initiative, organized by the International Center for Investigative Reporting, ICIR, and funded by the Ford Foundation, where each participant will be able to access small grants to undertake investigative projects. The opening ceremony kicked off with Dayo Aiyetan welcoming participants. He said the essence of the training was to give participants the needed tools that will enable them to be effective on the field. Professor Etim Anim, a professor of mass communication at the Bingham University, Abuja, who is also the chairman of the board of trustees of ICIR, asked journalists to continue to uphold the integrity of the profession.
If you people don't do this well, the system will continue to be dysfunctional.
Also present at the occasion were media executives and practitioners, including Alhaji Adegboyega, Arulogun, a member of the board of trustees of ICIR, Akinkotu, the editor-in-chief of Tell magazine, Nigeria's foremost political weekly, Wale Fatade, also a member of the board of trustees of ICIR, and Chido, Onumah, the executive director of African Center for Media and Information Literacy.
And I drove the guy out of my house, 5 million notes, and I left my office. I called the guy and told him, this guy has just left my office, 5 million. And I left my office late in the evening, and I realized that I didn't have fuel in my car. I had to call James Ojo, who now works for the speaker. He was in the sun, who quickly came and gave me 2,000 naira to buy fuel. At that time, you know, I was being paid salary and all that, but perhaps I'm just saying that is the kind of pressure journalists face on a day. So imagine that somebody who has not been paid 6 months. I don't need to be offered 5 million. Offer me 500,000 and I'll take. That is what most journalists will take. So
if you only wanted to find like a PDF, right? You can tell Google, I only want to find stuff in PDF. If you only want to find things in Microsoft Excel, you can tell Google, that's all I want. There's a way to do that. We'll get to that. Okay? One of the things I like to use.
I've gone undercover as a police officer, I've gone undercover as a patient in a mental hospital. You're making me feel like a celebrity. You know, I've gone undercover as a patient in a psychiatric hospital. I've gone undercover as a woman. I have gone undercover as a pimp. I've gone undercover as a pastor.
This sort of training shows you that, look, to be an investigative journalist, you have to be ready to go outside the box. You have to be ready to think outside the box. You have to go the extra mile that others would ordinarily not go into, because it takes a lot of energy, it takes courage, it takes skill, it takes commitment, and particularly in a country like Nigeria, it takes integrity.
For me to meet the current trend in reporting, so it has impacted so much on me, it has built my capacity, it has opened my eyes to so more that I didn't know, but I thought I was too informed to know.
I had many story ideas and pitches to develop, but our constraint has been the tools and how to So today and in the last 3 days, we've got a lot of how to.
I feel it's an overwhelming experience. It's something that you cannot completely explain. One, because it's quite educative, and then because it's continuous, sort of.
Well, I think I'm not the one to judge because we organized it, but I think from what the participants have said, it was fun for them, and I feel glad that from the feedback we've gotten, they have learnt a lot. Most especially, we invited a number of senior colleagues, and I'm surprised that they say that this kind of training should not just be for younger, middle-level journalists in the newsroom, but also for editors. And generally, from the feedback we've had, I think it was a great experience for everybody.